I recently had the honor of volunteering at a conference. And as I sat there and listened to the speakers preparing to break things down after the conference, I could not help but notice the voice of the MC. He spoke with such passion, and he spoke with such conviction, and his voice just kind of carried. As the conference was finishing up, he made his way to me during one of the intermissions, and he said, "Hi, how are you?" "Just fine, thank you." And I began to tell him how much I appreciated his voice. I complimented him. I even asked him, "Are you a minister? Your voice carries with such authority." And to which he said, I do teach Bible study at my church, but I'm not necessarily a minister." He then goes on to say, "I love your hair." I smiled at him and I said, "Thank you." To which he then looks at me and says, "Is it fake?" Said, "Well, they're braids." Then asked, "How do you do that?" "Well, it's an art. The braider worked art on my hair." His voice continued just as loud as it was as he was standing before everyone when he was emceeing, as what it were when he were talking with me. And mind you, there was only one African American in the room. So I'm looking at this man, I am smiling at this man, I am trying to be as cordial as I can with this man as he proceeds to ask question after question about my hair. Every once in a while as he was talking, I would glance to the left and glance to the right at the ladies and gentlemen who were sitting around me to see if they noticed this awkwardness, this rudeness, almost feeling as if I were an animal in a zoo, that this man was so obsessed with finding out about this fakeness. I didn't say anything. I didn't speak up because the conference was already a tone of somberness, as it was a conference about suicide. So I made a conscious decision. I'm gonna let you slide this time. But I did kind of look and see with the ladies around me as he moved on from me to see if he had anything to say about their appearance, about their nails, about their hair, about their shoes, about anything. And of course, there was nothing. And so the conference resumed after that intermission and listened to some more stories, some more impactful information. And then the conference ended. Well, as the conference ended, I went about doing what I came there to do, which was to help with the breakdown of all of the things that had been brought into the building, cleaning off tables and things of that nature. And yes, I had thought about what had happened, but I pushed it aside, telling myself, well, he's older. Maybe he was just having a lapse in judgment. He wasn't attempting to be that loud on purpose. This was one and done. It's over. Not so. He then, as I'm cleaning off the tables, goes to the conference host and he says, "Hey, I figured out what she does to her hair." I figured out how she gets it to look like that. The conference host then asked him the question, "Why? Did you want your hair like that?" To which he laughs, No. And then proceeds to walk off from that moment. I let that sit as I was cleaning and just was kind of analyzing and just thinking, pondering on what had happened. As I continued cleaning and thinking, I came to the conclusion that I did make the right decision. I did, by not speaking up in that moment because it simply was not the time or the place. Had it been a different time or place, absolutely I would have. But since I didn't then, I feel compelled to do a public service announcement now so that I can save some other women of color the heartache and the grief of having to put up with this. When a woman of color, whether we wear our hair natural or whether we choose to perm it, whether we choose to shave it off, bulk, wear it short, do fall braids, protective styles, twist, however we choose to do it. It is not for the amusement of others. Nobody wants to be interrogated about any part of their body, even their hair. NERE said, I am not my hair. And yet our hair is important to us, right? This is why we choose to do different things with it. And so I consider it black girl magic, the fact that you never know what you're going to get when it comes to our hairstyles. You just don't know. But it is never for the amusement of anyone else or for the opportunity for anyone to investigate or interrogate. Absolutely not. So whether you are like him somewhere on a Tuesday night teaching Bible study, or whether you are seeing someone in Walmart, or maybe it's a colleague, or maybe it's a teacher talking to a student, be very careful with your words, because you never know how much of an impact they can have on someone else. All right. And so I hope that this is a blessing, even for my sisters, if you're listening, women of color, if you've been through this, no doubt. You have, and you've had to be on the other end of that table where I was, that you walk away after those experiences more encouraged, that you are versatile, that you have black girl magic, that you can do your hair however you please to your liking, that you can choose to do so without anyone else's permission, and you don't have to put up with and tolerate sitting and listening to anyone interrogate you. All right? Be encouraged. You are beautiful. You are God's child, and no one should make you feel otherwise. And if they attempt to, it's okay. Speak up. I hope that you can see that we're all different, and it's a beautiful thing. Maybe if you do have some questions regarding someone's hair, or why they wear it a certain way, or why it may be up one day, down the other, braided one day, not braided the next, afro one day, do it in an appropriate way, in a way that is not uncouth, in a way that is not disrespectful, in a way that shows that you've been raised well. All right? If it's just for the purpose of investigating and interrogating, I encourage you, use Google. It's a good format, good tool that you can use to learn some more information about things that you may not have known without causing someone else heartache and grief. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. And may heaven smile upon you. God bless you. Bye-bye.